what my grandmother told me about a man's first child. I used to think a man's first child don't matter until my grandmother sat me down one evening and told me something that completely changed how I see love, responsibility, and legacy. She said, if you want to understand a man's heart, look at how he treats his first child. That night, I couldn't sleep. Let me tell you what she meant, because it carries lessons for both men and women. Welcome, relationship enthusiasts. One of the things she told me is, the first child reveals the real man. She said, the first child removes all pretense. Before that, a man can act mature and loving. But when the first child comes, reality begins. Do you understand this? Example of this is a man who used to promise the world suddenly disappears when diapers, school fees come. Another man steps up, works harder, sacrifices sleep. The first child truly exposes whether the man is just talking or truly ready. From the example I told you, this shows whether he is truly talking or not ready. Number two thing she told me is, responsibility is not a feeling but a choice. Let me explain this. She told me love can be sweet, but responsibility is what sustains life. Many men say they love their child, but love without action means nothing. Another thing she told me about this, the relationship between a man and his first child, is women should watch carefully, not emotionally. What does she mean by this? She looked at me and said, don't just listen to what a man says. Watch how he treats his first son, his first responsibility. An example of this is, she said, if a man neglects his first son, what makes you think he will be different? This is a loaded question. Love can blind you, but patterns don't lie. The next thing she told me about a man's relationship with his first son is, a man's first son carries his legacy. She said something deep. She said, a man may have many children, but his first son, this is because that child experiences his early struggles, his maturity, and his growth. Example of this is, some first children grow up saying something like this, my father wasn't perfect, but I saw him try. Others say he was never there. This is because the first child saw the father when he was still coming up. Unlike the other children, some men can have a child very early in life. Others have later. But that early, fatherhood, as that child is coming up, he saw or he witnessed it. Because as both of you, we are growing together. This is what she really meant here. That first story becomes his legacy. Do you understand? This makes sense. The next thing she told me about the father and his first son is, mistakes are allowed, but growth is expected. What does she mean by this? Grandma wasn't harsh. She said, a man can make mistakes with his first son, but he must not remain same man. Do you understand? It's very important for our men to hear this and learn from it. Example of this is, she said, maybe he was young, broke, confused. That happens. But years later, he improved. Has he made things right? Growth is what separates a struggling man from a careless one. This particular point reminds me of what happens to one of our sisters, Tonto Dike. Something is really happening now. She reconciled her son with the father. I know that before she came out, she did this. Many people thought she is the one that did it. I want to tell you that the father has long longed for this. He has desired to get connected to his first son. This is what this teaching is telling you. This is a typical example of what this is telling you. Some people, we are saying, oh, she did this, this and that. When you are blaming her, do you think about the child's relationship with the father? There's something that happens in my culture. Wherever the son is, even if they are divorced, I am from the Igbo part of Nigeria. If a woman divorced with her husband when the children were young, if they grow up, as any Igbo man, they would tell you this. If that child grows up, even the women do it, the first daughters, they take their mothers back to their home, to their lineage. They take their mothers back to their father. You see them build a house and put their mother there. I have seen it happens. This is one of the commonest things that happen in Igbo land. This is what this teaching is telling you. If you are a father and your son in some way, most especially if you married her mother, there is a bond between both of you. She carries your legacy. You must do the needful. This is what this teaching is talking about. Let us make the mistake. Some people are saying, oh, she abandoned the husband, this and that. What of the child? You can see that Churchill, Tonto Dickens' ex-husband, is happy reconnecting with his son. Make sure you learn from this. The next thing she told me about relationship with the father and their first son is neglect leaves deep wounds. What does she mean by this? She went quiet and said, a child may grow, but absence of a father leaves a space. Nothing feel it. The example she gave is, you will see it in behavior, anger, insecurity, or even silence. This is not quite just about money. It is about presence, guidance, and identity. This is very important. The next thing she told me about fathers and their first son is, respect is earned through action. Grandma told me something that hit hard. A man who abandons his first child loses moral authority, even if people don't say it. She gave an example as this. He may command respect outside, but inside his home or in the eyes of that child, there is a gap. She said respect is not given because you are a man. It's built by what you do. The next thing she told me about fathers and their first child is, redemption is possible, but it requires humility. Finally, she smiled and said, it's never too late, but pride delays many men. She gave an example as this: who comes back, apologizes, reconnects, and tries to build, even if late, can still heal something. She said it takes courage to fix what you once ignored. That's a typical example. That night, I realized a man's first child is not just a child. It's a mirror. It reflects his discipline, his value, his fears, and his growth. And for women, it's not something you ignore. For men, it is not something you take lightly also. If this message to you, share it to someone who needs to hear the truth. Because sometimes one lesson can change a whole generation. Yes, I have come to the end of today's teaching. If you have something to add, the relationship between the fathers and their first sons, kindly make sure you put something in the comment section. Tell us an experience you had or a story you heard from someone close to you. We want people to learn from these things. This is a 30-day series. We are bringing in so many things that can open our eyes. You notice that most of the teaching these days is centered on respect from the women. This and that, marriage, relationship, dating. But we are bringing in children's relationship with their fathers. This is a special teaching everybody must look at. Make sure you watch the next day. The next day teaching is going to be hotter than this. We are going to talk about something deeper, something that many women do not know about their men, the man they married, and their relationship with. You will find that. Make sure you watch it. I don't need to say it all. Yes, you are seeing me for the first time or be watching without subscribing. Kindly subscribe to my channel, my returning viewers and subscribers. If this video makes sense to you, share it. Give the channel a thumbs up, hit the notification bell. Share this video to all your friends. Remember, we are here always. Love you. Remember, we are coming up tomorrow as well. This is a 30 days series. So many things are coming up. Love you. See you then. Bye bye.